Many of us change jobs far too frequently. Sometimes it's our own fault, sometimes it's the fault of others. In this story entitled "This Time Her Boss Had Gone Too Far," I'll let you decide. Alicia Murray had a secret. It was a secret that had made her life very unsettled and had cost her so many jobs. It was very rare that she had remained employed at any company for more than a month, and her strongest desire was to have stable employment and an opportunity to develop friendships at work. Today would see her having to leave yet another company, and in reality, it was never really her fault. Adam Brown was not the best of managers. He failed to nurture his staff and was all too quick to openly criticise them in front of their colleagues. He did, however, usually stay within the boundary of HR rules and regulations, but today he went too far. It was only last week that the clocks went back, making the last hour at work and the journey home somewhat dark and gloomy. However, this evening the moon was full, and its reflection upon the rain-washed pavements visible from Alicia's office window, combined with the bright lights from the pre-Christmas displays in the shop windows in the high street, gave the world outside a somewhat Dickensian feel, which made Alicia feel quite happy. Happy that was until Adam Brown stormed into her office. Everyone else had left for the evening, and she was just getting her things together to make her way home. Adam began to verbally tear into her, criticising her wording in a contract that she had prepared for a client earlier in the morning. It was as if he just wanted someone to take his frustrations out on. And having pointed out his dissatisfaction with the document, he then began to get personal. His attitude took on the manner of a playground bully as he began to tell her how worthless she was and how, in his opinion, it was no surprise that she was single, as what man in his right mind would want to be with an idiot? Alicia stood in front of Adam, absorbing the verbal assault, until after a while it was as if someone had turned off the sound, and all she could see were his lips moving, as his teeth bared and his mouth twisted and turned in aggressive contortions. The next thing she knew, she stepped forward and began to hug Adam. His face was a picture of surprise, and his lips had stopped moving. Alicia felt her skin begin to go cold and her tongue begin to tingle as it flicked over her parted lips. She felt her jaw slowly begin to dislocate, and Adam's head, followed by his shoulders, his torso, and then his complete body, slid effortlessly down her throat. Lycanthropy is a strange subject and most usually associated with wolves, but Alicia's bloodline was far more exotic. Her parents had prepared her for what would happen to her once she reached maturity, and she had now lived with the phenomenon for the past 10 years. In the presence of the full moon, Alicia's skin would at first become cold and then scaly, as slowly she would metamorphosize into a full-grown python. As she lay on the office floor feeling the coarseness of the corded carpet against her skin, she knew that she would be unable to leave that evening until such time as she had digested Adam Brown. Then she would get up, get dressed and take the bus home and get an early night. Tomorrow would be a busy day. A day that had become all too familiar to her, as she would begin once again to phone the job agencies in the hope that she could find a position where just for once she could settle.